we had that incident on Tuesday where she couldn't run it. Maybe she just
Yeah.
said, I'm like, wait, am I doing it? Oh my goodness. I had a brain fart. That was my fault. That was 100% my
Aw,
fault. Yeah.
it happens to all of us. The best, I guess.
Either way, I'm glad to see you. Great morning to you. How are you?
I am good. I am doing really well. I'm actually really happy that we're getting this back on track. So super excited about that too.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I wish I could have done it when the weather was a little better. But unfortunately, Bakersfield doesn't have good weather. So that would have been never, it's just, it doesn't work that way.
Never.
Yeah. So,
That's
you just got
funny.
to do it when we can do it. It is freaking freezing. It has been raining the last 2 days, and
Aw,
I was not prepared. I keep telling myself, oh man, I can't wait for it to feel, cold again. I'm like, I
no.
look forward to the summer again now. Gosh dang
I'm
it.
really I'm surprised that it is, not as like if it's not colder here as it is there. I mean, I feel like it should be colder, but today, right now, it's 11 a.m. here and it's 63 degrees. So I'm not hating
Really?
it.
Yeah, not
Not.
bad at all. Yeah. Honestly, I
Hmm.
could just be cold because I've been used to 110 for so long, and then it just dipped really fast.
Oh, is that what it is? Even in Bakersfield, it's 110 degrees.
Oh, it was 110 until like the first week of October. It was ridiculous. It's yeah,
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to do that. No thanks.
it's not fun. But you know what is fun? Events in other states and cities, and we've got a lot of them
Yeah.
coming up. Great American morning, everybody out there. I'm going to share in a second, guys. I promise. But you can do us a favor and share for us. Um,
Yeah. Do us a
yeah,
favor, cheer for us, please.
100%. Yeah. And I apologize yesterday. We did not go live at our normal time at 2 o'clock for the second
What?
third podcast. Been helping the family get some stuff done. This has been a ridiculous week for the shows because Monday on Halloween, we had a golf tournament that we volunteered at. And then this Friday, we have another golf tournament that they planned. I didn't realize how close together they were until I saw my calendar and realized, yeah, I just double booked the week. So there will not be a regular show tomorrow. We'll go live for a bit, um, around 2 o'clock, hopefully, West Coast time. But we will not be able to do a full hour long as we usually do on Fridays. But nonetheless, it's for a good cause. Again, this is to help
There you go.
police officer families after someone's injured in the line of duty. So I think
They
that's
did a big, yeah, I think last night they had a big like event in Tampa at the Ivor warehouse, I believe, with Fuente, and it was for Smoking Shields, the Smoking Shields chapter in Tampa. I wish I could have gone, but I think you have to at least attend one before you become a member. You have to attend at least one meeting, and I just never got to it before I left. So I'll have to find out what it is here so I can go to their meeting. So we'll see.
a good call though. Yeah, see the requirements, see what it takes, because those are good places to be involved with and to help out. They do good work. They do really good work.
Absolutely, they do. I mean, especially for uh, yeah, just all the stuff that they are doing. I'm trying to share this. Sorry,
No
I'm
worries.
writing in. I'm searching for the group and I'm writing in the wrong place.
You are not alone on that. There's been many times where I thought I'm sharing to different groups, and I just shared to my own page like 8 times. So really fun, really fun.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. I know. That's too funny. Well,
Hey,
cool. Well,
it's like
okay, so that's happening. That's so we did that. Byron, what's up, man?
yeah. So
What else you guys got going on this week? So how is the first, third, and the what is it, first, second, and third of the show going? What do you guys do on there a lot?
oh man, Mondays is usually brand new news, whatever's coming up that week. Tuesday we talk ridiculousness about anything pop culture because people love talking movies and whatnot. So we save
Oh
all that
yeah.
stuff for Wednesdays, usually depending on how the week is going.
Hmm.
Fridays is when we bring guests um, on average, but usually lately it's been any of those days we can fit people on because there's so many people that we've got to get on. It's been a little hectic, and not everyone can do Fridays. I understand, so it's like that's fine. That's why we do Monday and Wednesday as well. We do it Tuesday and Thursday. I do it every day of the week, for 4 hours if people wanted it, but I'm
Yeah.
tired. So no, not right now.
You're like, I'm
But you
tired.
did. Yeah.
All right. So then what's been the latest like awesome cigar that maybe is new to you that you've tried?
Oh man, that's a couple of them. Dissidents Molotov was on not too long ago, and it is really nice, guys. Very nice. I have the sophisticated hooker sitting in a humidor. I don't have
Oh, lucky
one, so I'm not
you.
gonna smoke. I'm saving it. Sorry, no, it's it's going in the saving. You don't just waste a hooker like that. Come on, think about it.
Uh, how many night? I mean, how long have you waited to say that? You've really just, or have you used it multiple times?
Nope, not used it yet. I'm not going to confirm or deny that I've been like holding on to that pun.
Oh my
But it's
goodness.
there. Oh
Yes.
my god.
So, I people sometimes give me a hard time because they're like, "You've got all of these amazing Fuentes. Why are you getting them all this and that?" And you know what it is? I smoke them. There are lots of people out there that have probably way more Fuentes than I do, but I smoke mine. I think that's the difference. So they're letting them bake. So if you go right there, humidor, I'm sure it'll find all kinds. I'm just the one that smokes them.
You
I
are
think,
absolutely right on that too, because I know a lot of guys who they smoke cigars. Don't get me wrong, but they also do a good collecting of cigars.
yeah.
And the Opus lineup, top to bottom, you can definitely collect those and be very proud of it. And then maybe smoke one every once in a while. I get that too, but if you're in a harder to reach area, for instance, parts of California or Midwest, and you don't get as much access to Opus as you'd like, I get the collecting aspect. Or you just really like them and you don't want to smoke them. You just like having them around.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know why if you didn't really like them and you just want to have them around, but hey, whatever, to each their own.
True. That's
whatever
very
makes
true.
you, whatever makes your boat float, go ahead, kill it.
Excellent point. Excellent point. Goody, how you doing, brother? Great American morning to you. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's the cryptid from Big Sky Cigar Company, which is some great stuff. It is really unique because the band itself is like a dragon, and I was not expecting that from their company. Usually it's like outdoors theme. Like my favorite from them before that was the Minnow. It's a little tiny guy, but it's delicious. And this thing is just it's very strong. I'm not gonna lie, so just be careful. But it's really wonderful. There's a lot of really good stuff that is now hitting the market that we saw over at PCA, and if not hitting it now, it
Oh,
was just released like the last month or so. So if you are
that's
out there,
awesome.
you got a good stuff to look for. Hey JP, how you doing, brother? Um, yeah. What about on the East Coast there? What's going new? What's tasting good?
Uh, Fuente, obviously. Let's see. Well, I mean, the there's a lot of great lounges around here, and some of them are what I really like about them. Not that I want to drink alcohol all the time, but they have very awesome like bartenders and
Nice.
what do you call it? Specialty cocktails. And I just think that is such a great addition to be able to do that with your lounge, not just be selling cigars, but also have the ability to bring in a new cocktail and offer that to somebody. And it's something unique and adds a little bit of signature touch to the place, which makes it them want to go to that place over and over again, not just for the selection of cigars, but also for the cocktail. And I guess, that's twofold because if they have a specialty cocktail that is going to get made nicely every single time that you go, and maybe they don't have your favorite cigar in the humidor, but you just buy something that maybe is new, you try it, and then you still bring your favorite cigar that you want to pair with that cocktail, and voila, you're still good to go, you know?
No.
Oh my goodness. And then there's this other really cool thing. Sorry, I got excited about this. There's these guys, I think it's called pkrooms.com, but I'll have to look that up and get back to you on that. But I don't know if I mentioned this before, but it's like a cedar box, fits inside your house. You can pick a room, doesn't matter. And they have different sizes, an 8x4, I think an 8x8, and a 12x8. I don't know which way it goes, 8, 12, whatever, go check. You get same dimensions, okay? Bigger and bigger. But you actually can sit a TV in there, 2 lounge chairs, maybe a humidor in between the 2 lounge chairs, like a stand-up fridge or something like that. And then it's in your house and it uses an HVAC system, so you don't get any smoke inside the house. It all stays within the box. And what's another thing that's cool about it is that it actually, like he was telling me that they've smoked for about 60 days in this box, and right now it still smells like pure cedar when you walk in there. It doesn't even smell like cigars.
That's incredible. So it's a small, your own private lounge that you can just set up wherever you want. So that's
Yeah.
I really like that idea.
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
room. I don't. Do they deliver? Because I'll set it up. This is cool.
Yeah, they totally deliver, and it comes in pieces, and actually even if you move, you can take it apart and take it with you. So it's not like, yeah, it's a total just box, and you're able to go in there, chill out inside your home. You can put it in any room. Just say you have an extra spare bedroom. Boom, that's your smoking room, but you're not going to get smoke in the house. Isn't that crazy? I know
Right.
for the cold weather, I was just like, this is perfect. And then we kind of discussed, I'm working on it, so I hope everybody's excited to hear this, but maybe we're going to be able to have a raffle. So one of them might be raffled off, and we'll see how that might pan out. But yeah, I think it's a really cool invention. At first, I was kind of like, who's going to have room to put this in their house? Like, is this going to go in a garage? I was thinking, and basement. How many people? A lot of people don't have basements or garage. So
No
I
basement. No, yeah.
don't. I'm like, well, I would remove my TV room, I guess, and put it in here. Like, just put it in the TV room. There you go. I got my TV, my 2 chairs. That's all. That's what would replace it, I suppose. But yeah, it's so crazy because even for me, it would be super cool because you could, totally make it like sponsored, posters, paintings, whatever, so that when I did my podcast, you can always see I can totally smoke, and then you'll always see the same background. So I thought that was pretty neat. I
I
would totally
love.
fix it up as a studio,
Yeah, I was
or
thinking the
even when
same.
I'm doing, or even when I'm doing videos. I could take the furniture out, set up something, be able to smoke in there while I'm like making reels and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, I want one. I'm like, so I don't know. If they go through with some of my ideas, I'm gonna be like, hey, knock knock, you owe me one of those.
I think that's
Come on.
fair. That
I
that
think
is
it's fair
fair.
too. You know what? I'd even take out my closet. No, I wouldn't. I take that back. Not a big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah. I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. I've seen how you pack for places, so I don't know about that one.
Ah,
Alfonso, real quick though, over on YouTube. Good morning to you, brother. I don't want to
like,
miss you, but yeah, I see you on there, guys. Again, if you are not the biggest Facebook fan, and you'd rather watch on YouTube, it's simulcast over there. So if you want to watch it there,
yeah,
still working on the whole LinkedIn situation too, because there's options now through StreamYard to do on other sites. So again, any feedback, like other websites that you want it sent to, we can do that. Just got to give us the word. We have to know that people are actually going to go use it before we start using it ourselves. Would really help out. But back to the I don't even know if it's mobile or boutique, or what would be the proper word. Your own mini man cave, your own mini oasis.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. You could get really really creative there too. But also, I actually came up with an idea that I thought would be cool. It's you know, okay, and I actually kind of piggybacked off of your little private lounge that you guys have. You bought a house, you gave everybody a key, everybody pays rent for the place so that you guys can just go in there and smoke. And you guys created that during COVID, so there didn't have to be any kind of like management or, you know, no no business running, consequence, right? Because they were all banned during COVID. So I thought it would be cool if what if they just created a space or somebody bought a space. Let's say they started franchising this. You buy a space in a shopping mall, a shopping strip, something that is not allowing cigars. But what you do is you have these boxes that you line up along the walls, and then you sell a membership. And membership maybe like 60, $70 a month. And then you have a keypad on the outside of the door, right? But you have an app that app is going to let you schedule the time that you're going to go in for a smoke, and it holds that, spot for you so nobody else can get in there. And then, of course, when you walk towards the room, you can either they can even have another keypad, and it's just like you hit the little buttons and then you go in. It wouldn't have to sell retail cigars. It wouldn't be a retail shop. It would just be a place that you could smoke, and little to nothing overhead because everything is locked up with keypads and then done through an app. So you pretty much just have somebody there at a certain time actually doing the, management, or showing people who are interested in taking a membership and they want to be shown around, this and that. And then maybe you have lockers so people can keep their booze and cigars or whatever in there. But I mean, it
Yeah,
would be
extra charger or something. Just any personal belongings kind of thing.
right. It reminds me of this the studio Hotworks, but that's how I would see it. Just something like that. And then they also have. I would also put in. Well, they would be different sizes. So let's say that you have one person, two people, or five. So if like you have a group of five people and you're all going to go to the lounge, just reserve the one that's handle five people. I mean, I was like, I'm in. I'll buy one of those. I'll buy a franchise, like franchise that, and I'll hold it together. I mean, that's like you working a couple hours a week, you're meeting awesome people, and they're all getting to smoke 24 hours a day inside somewhere they can go. And also if you want to smoke alone and be left alone, nobody can get in there except for you or whoever you let in.
There are some times where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have a cigar, but I want to sit here by myself and just be quiet and relax. So that's
Right?
that's kind of the solitude pays for itself right there. The solitude is enough reason. That's awesome.
Right. Even women, the ladies want to go in and try cigars, and maybe they're just like, oh, I don't, maybe they're too intimidated. Maybe a guy's too intimidated. It happens. Okay. So I'm not going to be sexist here.
Real quick, Natasha, good morning. Puffing on that Crema Cafe.
Natasha.
Excellent call. Byron came with, I like Porta Lounge. I actually like that a lot. It gives me a little bit of that. You could take this to the construction yard
Wait.
and put it right next to
Yeah.
the Porta Potty, and you got
Yeah.
Porta
No,
Lounge.
no. That's what I thought too. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe not classy enough, but I like that idea. See, there's a thing here in town called Mesh, and it is they're popping up everywhere. They're literally everywhere now, but it's like a co-working venue. So you pay a monthly due and you get co-working space, and they have like events and
Yes.
whatnot. Something like that, but for I'm just gonna say for adults, because I would love a spot that would allow you to smoke and work and have the access to good internet, maybe a PO box system that you can get your mail there. You can take a client, and talk business while you enjoy a cigar and a drink, because you couldn't do that. And I'm guessing 99.9% of co-working spaces nowadays, because everyone's like, oh, there's no alcohol, there's no smoking, there's no thinking bad thoughts while you're around other people nowadays. It gets very censored when you're in those environments. So somewhere that can allow you to be a little bit more just, independent. And I'm not saying go crazy and get drunk there or something. I'm saying just adults sometimes enjoy an adult beverage while they're at work, or sometimes they'll have a cigar while they're working on their computer. So somewhere where you can do that.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is sometimes you're in a lounge and you need to have you want to have a meeting with a cigar, maybe with a drink, but then again, you're also have people walking around. Sometimes the waitress comes up and interrupts you, and she's trying to sell you something that they wouldn't even be selling anything here. And also a franchisee would not have to have a tobacco license, because it's just all it is just owning a building. They're not selling cigars, they're not selling alcohol, but you can bring it and you can do it that way.
Membership.
Through membership. And then of course you have different I don't know, I guess opportunities or things that you can highlight while people are there. But see, my door is always open for people to come and enjoy a smoking good conversation out cigars too. Oh, that's fun.
I love that. I had kid Halloween this year because my little brothers and sisters did not want to go trick or treating. So like, all right, we'll watch movies at the house. My mom's still, she's still a little under it right now. She's getting better, much better, but it's better for her to relax. But so there was no handing out cigars for me. I forgot to even go to C's Candy and I actually usually buy them those chocolate cigars once a year, and it's around Halloween. I forgot. I'm like, I'm gonna do that later. But so there was
Well,
literally I had no cigars for Halloween this year, so it's a little.
I totally thought that nobody would show up at an apartment building and knock on the door for candy, and there was one. It was so embarrassing because I haven't had anybody knock on the door because it's such a, you have to get in the building before you can get into where uh, the apartments are. So I'm like, okay, nobody's gonna want candy. And all of a sudden this guy's, actually it was kind of I think it was it was a grown child or a grown adult. I'm not really sure which one. But they were dressed up as a dinosaur from head to toe. Like it was like one of those footy, like I was just like, yeah, I'm not answering that door. No. I just pretended that I just like wasn't even here. So funny though, that's crazy. But yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna buy candy because I doubt that there's any trick or treaters that be coming around. But there are a lot of children in this area, so oh well.
Toss up,
I
yeah,
never
they might have, yeah.
I never hear them or see them, so I'm okay with that.
Oh man, do you have like a mail slot on your door? You could just throw candy at them, like throw it through the door slot real quick. Enjoy, happy Halloween. One of those.
Right? Just set it out there and be like, here, anybody, just pick up a piece of candy. There you go. I don't need. You can have a treat. You don't have to trick.
Nice.
There's no tricks here.
Richard,
Yeah.
great American morning to you, brother. Byron likes the mini home idea too. I think this is a smart call. That's a franchise that I could get behind. I'm not buying into Chick-fil-A or Subway or something. No, I want a cigar franchise. That would be very cool. And like you said, the licenses are much different because it's a member lounge. I think you can do networking kind of events there. Um, you can have an area if you really want it for like a non-smoking area. Like, okay, well, when you take members in and they have somebody they're having a meeting with, like a small, basically reverse what everywhere else has, so they have smoking section in a little corner. This one would be a little corner of non-smoking. Like, okay, well, you guys can have those
Right.
3 seats in the corner. But
Yeah, exactly. Or let's say that you're waiting on a box, maybe they're packed full, and you just got there a few minutes early. The guy's time is about to be up, and you're just patiently waiting. So you're sitting out there in kind of a nice little loungy hallway, but you could still have, your drinks and stuff with you. You just won't be able to like light up until you get inside the box.
yeah,
But
just
it
relax for
could,
a minute.
I mean, it could be called like cedar box or a cigar box because I mean it is made out of cedar and I kind of the box. You got to go to the box. Get in the box. What is that? Isn't that from Cool Hand Luke? Get in the box, boss. I'm going to the box, boss.
Byron says we have these box yards here. It would easily fit into that concept for retail idea. That's interesting. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I think there's a lot of way to maximize that space too, especially when you want those boxes and how you can set them up if more privacy if they're not looking at each other or something, or you know I'm assuming there would probably be like a glass door type situation if you're gonna have that many of them. So like
That
you
or
can.
even set up a podcast one. It's like some of them have equipment for podcasts. So you walk in and you're able to shoot video. Maybe it has a microphone there for you to use, and it's all set up. So you just pretty much come in and shoot the podcast. I think that's cool too. So that'd be a great idea. Plus, you look professional. Maybe they have headphones, the big ones.
I like those. I'm a big
I
fan.
like this too.
The only thing is I got a big head and they squish my head. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I gotta find the right ones, and I end up just like
All right. Well, if you're not going to use those, my head is probably smaller than yours. So just send them over this way.
fair. It's fair.
That's great.
Richard, legalize smoking tobacco everywhere again would be a great way to get votes for the election. I don't know. I don't know if that's enough voters to swing that. I don't know if "Make America Tobacco Lovers Again" is gonna be a good slogan right now. But I wouldn't mind it. The only thing I've always said, and again, I don't have problems with certain places being smoke free. There are certain places you don't need to. I'm not gonna go into Chuck E. Cheese and light up a cigar. I'm not gonna go up into I don't know, a movie theater, but a bar or adults only kind of club, where we're literally places where I'm saying a 21 and over type situations where there should be no children anyway, and everyone is there because they want to be there, not because they have to be for any reason. Those are
Right.
places where you have the option. That's all I'm
Right.
saying.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally just a place where they bring their own, and they are. So all it is just a building with boxes in it, and that's it. Chairs, TVs. So it's not offering alcohol, not offering retail cigars, not offering anything that a child would want. And you have to have a code to get in, so your name would be in the computer. And then you can still have cameras on the outside of the boxes, so it's a little bit private inside the box, but yeah, if I'm a franchisee or the owner, I can easily watch the video camera and see if there's any kind of underage person that is, walking in there with somebody else. But
Very
there
smart.
are, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think I'd be worried about that as much as I would be just no overhead. I mean, that's great. Really, no overhead would be awesome. You barely have to
Oh,
pay an employee very little.
see, I would love the thing I would get if I had one is a an on staff, like I guess not a bartender. I don't know what the proper word for it would be. Just like concierge basically. So if you're in a meeting or something, like, hey, can you bring us more of this? Or someone that checks the mail on a daily basis, someone like that. One of those just
Hmm.
on hand help. I think that would be awesome.
Well, right, but this would be 24 hours as well. So I would almost have it where there's only certain people there, maybe through Monday through Friday from 11 to 5. And so that's when they would check the mail. So you'd have to know if you got mail, you'd have to go to that. But I wouldn't even have the mail come to that place because that would be a little complicated in my opinion. But more or less, I would maybe have waters, maybe have a cleanup crew, so you get
Oh yeah.
ashes everywhere, you need to do that. Uh, an ashtray, another two more, an extra ashtray. Can we get an extra ashtray? Something like that might be available. But you can also rent those things. So you put up one of those vending machines, or you put in the locker scenes, the vending machine uh, gives you a key, and then you go to the locker and you open it up, but you have to pay for it to get the key to open up the locker to grab an ashtray.
I like that.
Hey.
It. Natasha says, real quick, our town is amending smoking laws to allow water pipes in public spaces tonight. Oh wow, that's a big step right there. In my area, I think it's all of California actually. We are working on fighting, depending on what side you're on. But I'm on the side against Prop 31, where they are trying to ban and regulate flavored tobacco, and they're just pointing out the e-pen or the what do you call e-cigarettes and vape pens. So they're focusing on kids with like grape and all these other ridiculous flavors, which I agree they are ridiculous, but they lump
Yeah.
everything in really subtly, and they don't tell you that. And they just put a picture of this child will get addicted because of you if you don't vote yes on this. So it's very I don't want to say it's misleading, but it's very manipulative how they're going about it, which is, I mean, how they get a lot of stuff passed anyway. So I'm not going to hold it against them on that end. It's just people have to
Yeah.
understand it's not what they are saying. The exact same way that they passed the Stop Animal Cruelty law, I think almost 10 years ago now, and all it did was drive like the entire egg industry out of California, and it got rid of a lot of farmers. So they just literally screwed over a lot of people and just said stop animal cruelty. That was on the ballot. So obviously, what are you going to vote for? It's just politics.
Politics.
Yeah, I don't like it. Anyway, Richard, I have a witch come out to wave her wand, and everything is cleaned in a second. I gotta
Or
find
a
the right.
Roby. Roby. We can do that in real Robies. Hey, no babies allowed to ride.
Oh my goodness,
Please no riding on the Roby. That's what I would put on top of it. Please no riding on the Roby.
that is fair.
Just to
That is
fuck with
100%.
people. It's kind of like most employees must wash hands. Shouldn't
Yeah.
everybody wash their hands?
What do you call it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's pretty. I like those signs better. Can everyone just do it, please? Demetrius, how you doing? Good morning, brother. What was I gonna say though? Yeah, I don't. I know some witches, Richard. You know this, but none of them clean. They are not clean. At least these girls aren't. So We'll leave them out of the loop for this, at least for cleaning stuff. Um,
Oh my God. That's too
gosh.
funny.
So you got to come
They're-
up with a cool name. You got to get a spot to show like proof of concept to build your first one, and then you got to let me know how much so I can build one on the West Coast because that sounds awesome.
All right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna come up with a cool name, and you guys should too out there. So if anybody has any cool ideas, definitely send them this way.
Oh
I'll
heck yeah!
take.
I love it. I think that's going to work really well. I think we could use more stuff like that. Um, Especially, yeah, like you said, I think the overhead's a huge one on these lounges, and if they didn't have to worry about that part, it would be obviously a different business model, but I think it'd be a more streamlined business model. So
Yeah, I mean, just the it'd be like the Disney World of smoking cigars because you know how Disney World makes everything super easy for you to do. Now they have a lot more overhead, but every time I go to Disney World or even Universal Studios, I'm like, they totally knew that this problem would happen, and they've already got it fixed for me. I like that. Innovative.
it's, it is very true. Yeah, I can see that in even here in California, like the Universal Studios here, it's very convenient from top to bottom, like how you get around the entire park because they're still very big, and where everything's at, where the restrooms are, to how to find people if you get lost. Everything is very well thought out. So I think that's a really good point right there. I still have
Hmm.
not been to Disney World, so I will have to take your word for that.
Well, it's too kiddie, anyways. Unless you're taking your brothers and sisters, it's not a. I don't like it that much because it's got very few roller coasters and more shows. I'm more of like roller coasters, roller coasters, roller coasters.
Mm,
But there's one here. There's an amusement park here in South Carolina. Well, it's like called Carowinds, and just barely on the border of South Carolina, North Carolina. But it is awesome. Oh my God, they have so many great roller coasters. I can't. I mean, I just and really the price is so simple, and you can get these passes that get you into anything for the whole year. I mean, it is a winner. I was really impressed because I just want to ride fast roller coasters. I don't care about all the rest, and so they didn't do any fluff. They're mostly all the roller coasters, and they're
yes,
fast
thank
and
you.
freaky.
I love that. I want to check that out. That's my kind of place. I love roller coasters. Um,
Man, if
yeah,
if you and Frankie had time or made time, you guys should check out Busch Gardens in Tampa, Florida, whenever you're there.
Frankie won't. He
Awesome.
does not like rides. He would freak out. He'd stand there the whole time. So yeah, I'd leave him out of it. I just go myself. But it's gonna
I go with you. I go with you. I go with you. Okay.
thank you. At
I
least
go.
somebody. Yeah. Oh my. Oh, this is. We're gonna wrap it up in a second. This is totally a tangent. If anyone else want to watch this, I don't think you want to. But I have morbid curiosities. I will find the name of the YouTube channel, and the guy just covers accidents at amusement parks. And I saw one of them one morning when I couldn't sleep. It was like 2 a.m. and I had the day off, and I was like, well, this is great. I'm like, may as well watch something terrible. And he's really good at research. I'm not gonna lie, like he does a great job. He does a great job going into detail and getting all the actual facts, and being very respectful of the families. But it's just there's so many more than I thought there ever would be, and it made me want to ride rides more, which is terrible, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will find the YouTube channel for that because I know Richard might enjoy that. Um, if you like roller coasters, maybe don't out there. Just gonna put a little heads up, little caveat out there for you. I'm gonna leave you all on that terrible note.
Terrible. I love it.
Uh,
well, all
oh,
right. What? We got one
but
more.
Natasha's
Oh,
got one more. Along those lines, we have Canada's Wonderland over in Ontario. Amaze balls for roller coaster time. I like the sound of that. All right, thank you.
amaze balls.
I got to
Sounds
get
like
over to
fun.
the Great White North one of these days. I've never been, so I would love to check that out.
Oh yeah, I will. But what day is it warm? What day is it warmer than? Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to be very picky about the time of year I pick.
So I think that's pretty fair. All right, people.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Let's let's clear out of here for right now. Mel, anything you want to make sure they know before we get to move-ins?
Hey guys, check out my show Friday night. This Friday night is actually going to be fantastic. I have got Sir Louis Cigars, who is going to be joining me as my guest.
Yes.
We're going to be cutting up. I'm sure there's going to be lots of jokes. He'll probably even tell things that I probably don't want him to say, but it's fine with me. So
Nice.
definitely catch it. It's on my Facebook at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope to see you all there. So, yeah, that'd be awesome.
7 o'clock for us West Coast folk. All right, people. So get to watching. You will enjoy. You will laugh. You will have fun, and you will learn. So remember all of that. You don't have to do all of it either. You can just do one of those things if you want, but it's hard not to. Just saying. Oh my gosh. That's so dumb. I'm sorry I even said that. Richard, yes, tequila will make anything feel like a roller coaster. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Byron, you have a great one too. Everyone, have a great day. Have a great American morning, and we will see you for this show again on Tuesday. But before that, Sunday is also the Professor Show, and
Yeah.
Monday we will be back to our regular schedule for the first third of the week. This Friday, unfortunately, at 2 o'clock, the West Coast time, we will not be doing that show normally. We are volunteering again for another fundraiser, but we will let you guys know how it goes. So y'all have a great one and go tune in to everything else that's awesome, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.